Level 1, the decision. You are 25. You have $60,000 saved. It took you 4 years to save that money. Ramen. Skip vacations. Saturdays at the office. And now you're sitting across from a real estate agent who smells like coffee and commission. She slides a folder across the table. Congratulations, she says. You qualify. The house is 3 bedrooms. Quiet street. Good neighborhood. Your parents call it a milestone. Your friends call it adulting. The mortgage is $1,800 a month. You sign. Across town, same day, same moment, there is someone exactly like you. Same salary. Same $60,000. But they don't sign anything. They open a brokerage account instead. They invest the $60,000. They set up a $1,800 monthly contribution, the same amount as your mortgage. Then they close the laptop, and they wait. Level 2, the first year. You move in on a Saturday. It feels like winning. You paint the walls. You buy furniture on credit. You feel like an adult for the first time in your life. Then February hits. The heater breaks. $1,200. You didn't budget for that. Nobody told you about that. You call a maintenance cost. The bank calls it your problem. You drain your emergency fund. You start the year already behind. Meanwhile, the investor has a $68,000 portfolio. The market did 13% last year. They didn't fix anything. They didn't call a plumber. They just watched numbers grow while you watch pipes leak. Level 3, the trap you didn't see coming. Year 2, you get a raise. $6,000 more per year. You feel momentum. But then the property tax bill arrives. Then the HOA increase. Then the roof inspection that flags 3 things. The raise disappears before you spend $1 of it. You're working harder and moving slower. This is the part they don't put in the brochure. Your house is not an asset yet. It is a liability wearing an asset's clothing. You owe more than it's worth. The bank owns 82% of your home. You own the stress. The investor just hit $90,000. They took a weekend. Took a weekend trip. They didn't ask anyone's permission. Level 4, the illusion of equity. Year 3, the market shifts. Home values in your area go up 8%. Suddenly your house is worth $340,000. You paid $310,000. You feel rich. You tell people at dinner parties you're sitting on equity. But here's what you don't say. You can't spend equity. You can't eat equity. Equity is a number on a screen that disappears the second the market coughs. And to actually access it, you take out a loan. More debt to access the value of your debt. You refinance. You pull $25,000 out. You use it to renovate the kitchen. Because the house needs to look good. Because appearances are expensive. The investor doesn't renovate anything. Year 3. Their portfolio is sitting at $127,000. They didn't touch the principal. They let compounding do the heavy lifting. You know what compounding is? It's money making money while you sleep. You used to have access to that. You traded it for granite countertops. Level 5, the weight of ownership. Year 5, you haven't moved. Not because you love the house, because you can't afford to leave. Selling costs 6% in agent fees alone. Then closing costs, moving costs, capital gains. You're not free. You are anchored. A job offer comes, better city, better pay, better life. You calculate the cost of leaving. You turn it down. The house made the decision, not you. The investor takes the job. They pack 2 bags. They move in a weekend. Their portfolio moves with them. No fees. No anchors. No permission needed. Level 6, the decade mark. Year 10. You are 35. Let's look at the numbers, because this is where it gets brutal. You've paid $216,000 in mortgage payments over 10 years. Of that, $140,000 went to interest. You paid $140,000 to borrow your own future. You spent another $40,000 in maintenance, repairs, taxes, and insurance. Total cost of home ownership so far, $256,000. Your home is now worth $380,000. Your remaining loan balance, $248,000. Your A. Tool equity, $132,000. You spent $256,000 to gain $132,000. That's not investing. That's surviving with extra steps. Now look at the investor. Same 10 years. Same $1,800 a month. Average market return of 10% annually. Their portfolio, $412,000. They didn't fix a single pipe. They didn't fight with an HOA. They didn't turn down a job offer. $412,000. Liquid, movable, compounding. And they're just getting started. Level 7, the psychological cost. Here's what the spreadsheet doesn't capture. The Sunday morning anxiety. You wake up and the first thought isn't about your dreams. It's about the house. Is the foundation okay? Did that crack get bigger? What if interest rates rise and you need to sell in a down market? The house lives in your head rent-free, which is ironic because nothing about it is free. You cannot be spontaneous. You cannot be impulsive with opportunity. Every major life decision runs through one filter. What does the house allow? That's not freedom. That's a mortgage with furniture inside. The investor has a different problem. Too many options. Move abroad for a year? Sure. Start a business? The portfolio cushions the risk. Retire early? The math is starting to look possible. Their biggest decision is deciding how to use their freedom. That's a good problem to have. Level 8, the twist. Year 15. You are 40. The investor calls you. They want to buy a house. But not because they have to. Because they want to. They put down 40% cash. Their monthly payment is $900. The house is bigger than yours. The neighborhood is better. And they still have $600,000 in their investment portfolio, working, compounding, building. They bought the house from a position of power. You bought it from a position of fear. Fear of missing out. Fear of renting forever. Fear of what people would think. That's the difference nobody talks about. Timing isn't just about the market. It's about you and whether you're ready or just pressured. Level 9, the real cost. Let's talk ABO. UT what the $1 million in the title means. If the investor never touches their portfolio, if they let it grow at 10% annually from age 25 to 65, that's $60,000 initial investment plus $1,800 a month for 40 years. $11.2 million. Not a typo. $11.2 million. Now subtract what you spent. Interest payments, maintenance, opportunity cost of the jobs you didn't take. The gap between your paths isn't $1 million. For most people, it's the difference between a stressful retirement and a free one.